Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and thank you, Mrs. Hicks, Dr. Hicks, for your appearance today, and congratulations on your nomination. I guess I'm heartened by what I've heard you say to Senator Inhofe and Senator Fisher about our nuclear triad and our nuclear strategic deterrent, and with Senator Fisher in particular about the ground-based strategic deterrent, the replacement for the Minuteman III. I do want to get a little more specific about that because it's 50 years old. And we've seen problems with structural fatigue and water intrusion and decayed wiring. The GAO has warned that we could lose confidence in the fleet by 2026, a mere 5 years from now. Congress has fully funded the GBSD, its replacement system, and both military and civilian leaders have consistently warned that the service life extension of the Minuteman III is no longer an option. Given that we have, until recent years, put off nuclear modernization for so long and the threats rising with China's crashed nuclear buildup, and Russia's unconstrained tactical weapon inventory, Dr. Hicks, I wanted to know if you will fully commit to the deployment of the GBSD on its planned schedule.
Senator, I'll say again that I believe the triad has been a bedrock for American security, and I am a big believer in the value of the nuclear deterrent. What I can't say today, and until I have an opportunity, if I'm confirmed, to get in and understand the state, just as you are describing the state of the various legs of the triad, in this case, the state of the land-based component, it's difficult for me to assess exactly what the timeline and the margin, if you will, is, and also the technical feasibility issues, not just resource issues, but technical feasibility issues. But what I can promise is I am committed to a modernized, qualitatively effective deterrent. And if confirmed, I'd be happy to work with members here on a discussion around what we're seeing and what those timelines look like, and making sure that the FY22 budget pushes forward the President's commitment to that nuclear deterrent at the same time that it's promoting America's non-proliferation agenda.
That commitment to the deterrent includes the ground-based leg of the deterrent, correct?
Yes, Senator, I believe that our deterrent is strongest as a triad. I understand that there will be a relook, as there is in every administration, at the various aspects of nuclear policy and modernization. I think that's appropriate. The Trump administration did that as well. But if you're asking my personal view, my view is that the triad has served us very well. It has created stability, and it has a value.
And I can understand your hesitation to make the commitment of the deployment on time, given the Pentagon's long history of many programs running over time and over budget. So let's divide the reasons in half why you wouldn't make that commitment. One is the policy reason that some in the administration, some in the Democratic Party, don't want to modernize the missile leg of triad. And then there's all the concerns about, as you say, the technical feasibility, where the program is, its financing, and so forth. Is it the second concern that you have that causes you to hesitate towards making commitment towards on-time delivery as opposed to the first, the ideological or the policy one?
Senator, as a nominee for Deputy Secretary of Defense, I probably think of myself mostly in the former category in general. Yes, I would be very much focused on the viability of the programming element of this, and I would be in support of the Secretary, of course, on the major policy issues regarding nuclear posture, where he seeks my advice. But as I said in my opening statement, I think my job is to make sure we can execute on the President's direction and on Secretary Austin's direction.
Okay. Well, if confirmed, I certainly hope that'll be a very top priority to make sure all those programmatic issues permit for the on-time deployment of something critical to our national security. Dr. Hicks, you suggested something in your answer that I want to touch on as well, about a posture review. Will the Biden administration conduct a nuclear posture review, as has been the custom for the last several new presidential administrations?
Senator Cotton, that is my understanding. I don't, because I'm not inside the administration, I don't know the status of that, but it is my understanding that there is an intention to review nuclear posture as well as, of course, overall defense strategy. The latter part is a congressionally mandated requirement.
Thank you. One final question. Like all administrations in the nuclear age, to include the Obama administration, will the Biden administration decline to adopt a no first use policy for nuclear weapons?
Senator, I can't speak to how the Biden administration might ultimately come through its policy assessments with regard to either nuclear declaratory policy or other issues. I have been on the record in the past as not being, I don't believe no first use policy is necessarily in the best interest of the United States, but those will be decisions ultimately made, of course, by the president.
Well, thank you. I hope you'll be a vocal voice for that and that people will listen to you.